Great bull, that's what Western big game's all about.
We're boned out and loaded up.
Take your kids hunting.
Dropped him right in his tracks.
Outdoorsman's Gear for the Western Hunter presents Hunt Forever West, dedicated to fair chase Western big game.
Look at that thing. Look at this. We've got it all to ourselves.
Well, that's what we came for, huh?
He just tipped him over up there.
Oh my God.
Strap on your boots, come on. Brought to you by MonsterMuleys.com, Elk Hunter Magazine, Weaver Custom Rifles, Wilderness Athlete, Western Hunter Magazine, and presented by Outdoorsman's. Day one finds me looking at hundreds of antelope. My plan of attack is to rely on good glass from vantage points as I scour the herds, looking for a big, mature buck. Pronghorn antelope are one of the hardest species to field judge, so patience is key. I will glass from long range until I find an interesting culprit. I will then cut the distance to fully analyze the suspect buck.
Nice 15 1/4, maybe 15 1/2 inch antelope. They're a little over 400, so I dare lay down and kill him, but just not what I'm looking for. Man, this stinks trying to film myself, especially on pronghorn, but we're gonna go find a good buck, so let's keep on up the trail.
I looked at well over 100 bucks on my first day, but none I wanted to tag on day one. Day two started out much the same way, until I glassed this buck from 1.5 miles away. As we like to say in Hunt Forever West Country, if he doesn't look huge, then he's not big. Well, this buck looked huge from that distance. I closed to within 200 yards, and he still looked huge.
Come on. Just stop.
This buck spooked as I was trying to set up the camera for the shot. This hunt has been open for over 1.5 months, and the pronghorn are pretty wound up. Trying to run camera, rangefinder, and his Weaver rifle all at the same time only exacerbates the problem. This buck would tease me and would only stop when it was behind another pronghorn or when I would have to adjust the video camera. This herd doesn't waste any time getting out of rifle range before the buck could make a fatal mistake. I had to work and couldn't come hunt that buck for a whole week. The next weekend, I was just sick that I couldn't find him and only turned the camera on once that day.
I've seen a couple great last day antelope today, but it's not the last day.
The next day is supposed to be my last day hunting pronghorn. I spent all morning looking for the buck. With no luck by noon, I decided to take a second look at a pretty good buck I glassed earlier that day.
About 900 yards, just crossing over into, crossing through another fence. I'm still not sure how big he is, other than there's 75 or 80 antelope and 20 bucks, and I can pick him up just like that every time. There's some other bucks I can definitely tell are 13, 14, you know, low 70s type bucks. And every time I see him, I can tell that it's him and that he's quite a bit better than those other bucks. You know, like I said, I got a half mile to go to get over there and come up on that ridge that they're just coming over, and hopefully they'll be in the bottom feeding. I think if I get the opportunity, I'm going to take that antelope.
I get behind a ridge and cut 300 yards off the herd. Then I cross the fence and belly crawl, dragging the camera for 400 more yards.
just belly crawled 400 yards. I've got these pronghorn just over the hill. I've got my backpack laid down. Got Mr. Weaver's rifle on top of it. They're bedded. There's a few that are up feet, but most of them are bedded. I'm just gonna lay here for a minute and really watch them and make sure that's a buck I want. As I just scan through, there's probably 20 bucks, and boom, I see him and know that it's him. He prongs pretty high. He's got good mass. Got some curl that curls back in. Kind of tough to tell on the prong, just the way that it comes up and kind of blades as it's coming in line with the rest. But they're not worried. They're, like I said, they're bedded. So I'll turn the camera on them here in a second, and then we'll make a judgment, make a decision.
I studied this buck for over 30 minutes before I made my decision.
Alright, he just stood up. Not what I originally envisioned when I got the tag, but there again, sometimes Mother Nature doesn't cooperate and you have to do the best that you can. And for my last day, this is a pretty good buck, so he just stood up. So let's get her done.
I could have killed this buck in his bed, but wanted a safer shot without that other buck bedded underneath him.
Hey! Hey!
Despite numerous attempts to get this buck to stop, he acted like he was trying to avoid his appointment with the Grim Reaper. He walked away at a sharp angle for over 400 yards until finally stopping to feed.
Sometimes those buggers just lived a charmed life. He got up, started walking, so I got back to move the camera. Again, trying to film myself, and caught up to him, and he never really stopped. He just walked until he was out there 600 or 700 yards and started feeding.
I got within rifle range of this buck 3 hours later. A slob hunter on a UTV came over the hill and chased them for over 2 miles, trying to get within rifle range. Ah, the joys of public land do-it-yourself hunting. The next week, I was supposed to be hunting mule deer, but couldn't get away from work. My 9-year-old daughter Paige wanted to go, as I knew it was truly my last day for pronghorn. I would shoot about any buck with her by me. We found a herd in a stockable location and crept over the top of the hill. I set up the camera before turning filming responsibilities over to Paige. I then crawled forward to get a solid rest for my Weaver rifle.
Dad, you're way in front of the camera. Dad?
What?
You're in front of the camera.
What?
You're in front of the camera.
Can you see him, Paige?
No, your head's in the way. Yes, now I can. Oh gosh, now they're all up.
We're okay.
He's dead. He's gone.
Come down. There you go. Oh, yeah. Can you see me?
No. Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay. Come here, Paige. Come right here. Woohoo!
Yeah! Okay.
That's too tough to film. Paige and I made an awesome stalk. Got laid down on this buck. Dumped him. He hasn't moved. Give me 5. Woo! Nice Wyoming pronghorn. Last day of my tag. Paige wanted to go. Here we are. Let's go look at him. Hunt Forever West.
We'll be right back with you.
This buck fell within 50 yards of a 2-track road. We hiked back to the vehicle and drove around. She's pretty persistent.
Hey!
Last time she tried to open a gate, it popped off and smacked her in the nose.
Woohoo!
I didn't lock my nose this time. Let's go get it.
I go. Is that too dark?
No.
Take your kids hunting. They can even open the gates for you. What do you think, Super Paige?
I think he's dead and he's beautiful.
Well, this is my 4th day of hunting. And then, a couple half a days here and there, just evenings. Normally this tag, it goes up until the end of October, early November. But this year we just haven't had the cold, we haven't had the snow. So I was looking hard for a bookhead. I found one the other day. Could have killed him if I wasn't trying to film myself, but I guess that's part of the game, the way I've chosen to play it. So I came out today, I said this is my last day. There's still a few days left in my season, but next weekend I'm hunting whitetails. So I asked my kids if anyone wanted to go. I was pretty sure we wouldn't find a monster, and Paige is always ready to go.
I love hunting.
Crazy 9-year-old and likes to go, opens gates, runs a video camera.
We take our kids every chance we get.
That's why we call it Hunt Forever West. Don't go anywhere.
Shot of the Week, presented by MonsterMuleys.com. Hunt Forever West is presented by Crumholes Productions. Drop us a line at www.huntforeverwest.com. Hunt Forever West. Good country, good critters, and good friends.